I am reading out the message by the Secretary General of Indian Drug Manufacturing Association on the topic of opportunities presented by COVID-19 to Indian pharma industry. COVID-19 pandemic has obviously had a very direct and indirect effects on the manufacturing and supply of medicines due to almost total lockdown. Even as the lockdown was announced, the Indian pharma industry ensured that there was sufficient stock of medicines in the market for at least 2 to 3 months. It is to the credit of Indian pharma industry that they have ensured after assuring the government of India to immediately lift the ban on the exports, and we are very proud that the key malarial drug hydroxychloroquine and paracetamol, which were earlier prohibited, but at the promise and the request of Indian pharma industry, the government allowed the export after the manufacturers committed. COVID-19 is obviously a wake-up call, and we need to adopt short, medium and long-term strategies in making India self-sufficient in KSMs, intermediates and APIs. As a short-term measure, government must incentivize SMEs and certain large companies which were earlier API producers but stopped producing on account of Chinese companies doing and dumping at a very low cost. Most of the raw materials for antibiotics, vitamins, hormones, etc., whether as API, intermediates or KSMs, are sourced only from China, which actually undermines our national health security. Now the government plans to boost productions of 53 APIs, and if properly implemented could go a long way in reviving our Indian pharma industry's API industry. The government must consider clearing the bottlenecks for getting quicker environmental clearances, and if the government is able to announce a package quickly for the existing as well as the new API industries in the form of soft loans, capital subsidy, power subsidy, interest subsidy and other support, besides speedy environmental clearances, we can vastly improve the Indian API sector to become more self-reliant. India already exports pharmaceuticals to over 200 countries. India is the largest exporter of generic drugs globally and accounts for 10% of global pharmaceutical production by volume, but unfortunately only 1.5% by value. The discrepancy highlights the relatively low prices but high demand for quality Indian pharma products globally. India is thus recognized as the pharmacy of the world, and hence it's no surprise that most countries are now looking to India to provide affordable HCQ, paracetamol, etc. in large volumes as a prophylactic drugs in COVID-19. COVID-19 has thrown out a number of opportunities for the Indian pharmaceutical sector as well as medical devices sector. Apart from big players, SMEs and startups have equally good opportunities to expand their business by collaborating and discovering vaccines, developing medicines and cure for COVID-19, increasing the capacity of general medicines being manufactured, producing KSMs, intermediates and APIs, producing masks, gloves and PPI in huge numbers, which they are already doing. Financiers, banks, NBFCs, venture capitalists, etc. will also have huge opportunities to finance startups and SMEs in the developing new products. The Indian pharma industry has always risen to face challenges over the years. The COVID-19 challenge too shall pass, and IDMA and Indian pharma industry will ensure that all types of medicines are available in the market for our people and people across the world, as aptly reflected in the IDMA team, Indian APIs and formulations for global healthcare. Thank you on behalf of Mr. Dhara Patel, Secretary General, IDMA. Thank you.